Good morning, students. You're welcome for today's class. In today's class, we're going to discover that there was an issue concerning the video, Monday video. So we just trying to let me just see how quickly I can do to just uh, maybe run through the video that you guys supposed to go through on Monday. Okay, so let's go straight to business. Uh, what are you going to do at the end of I'm not able to go through all, but at least we just try to run over it. Then just go to what we have for today. So for first start to look at the first question what we're going to consider is arithmetic of finance. Uh Under this, before we dive into it, we're going to look at some application of percentage because most of those questions when you're calculating or actually this topic have to cover simple interest and compound interest, maybe it says gain, profit, and loss, percentage, profit, and loss, all those stuff. So you're going to see these guys or the application of percentage in most of those questions. So I didn't fit should go over it again. So let's go straight to business. Look at this question, something like this. If you see something like this, I'll just point out the key thing to do. Look at the first question. We are told that we should increase 180 ml by 40%. Now remember, the purpose for we're doing this is that you're going to see this guy directly in those questions you're going to consider when you're considering percentage profit or percentage loss and all those guys, and also some simple interest question too. You're going to see a compound interest question too. You're going to see this guy right there. So look at this question. So you're asked to increase 180 ml by 40%. So what we're going to do now, when I say increase something by this so percent, in a nutshell, see this, look at it, just simple. See the original amount or the original quantity as 100%. After you view that, then after that you increase it by 40%. That means that you're increasing from 100% to what plus 40%. That will give what 140%. So what are you going to do? Just calculate 140% of the quantity. Clear? Remember, there's another way you can do it. Another way of doing is what? Calculate 40% of this. After that, add it up. You still get the same answer. But this other one we're using, we just give the answer straight. Okay. So look at it as told you. So when a quantity is increased by a certain percentage, it implies that 100% plus a new percentage. You're seeing 100% as the original quantity, the first quantity, the prior to what? Increment. So what we're going to do, just do what? Remember what I let me go over again. It's very important. See the quantity given to you as 100. Then you are told that that quantity was increased by 40%. So you are increasing from 100% to what? Plus 40%. That'll give you plus 140. So look at it right there. So increasing 180 ml by 40%, which will be 100. You can see 100 as what? 180 ml initially. Then you're not increased by what? Plus 40. That gives what? 140%. So you're now calculating 140% of 180. And that will give us 140 over 100 times what? 80. That gives us 252 ml. The same applied to when it comes to decrease. Look at this guy now. Number two, we're asked to decrease 3,600 by 15%. The same idea too. Look at it this way. 3,600, see it as what? 100%. Then we are told they should is not decreasing by what? 15%. Remember, something is decreasing, diminishing, so minus. So subtract 15% from what? 100%. So that we're going to see 100 is seen as this. Since it's decreasing, minus 15%, and that'll give us what? 85%. So we're going to calculate 85% of 300 and 3,600. If you do that, we have 3,060. Okay. Then the next thing, okay, you have all these notes here in your the email that's sent on Monday. So you just go through them. So then go to straight to business of the day. Okay. So for today, we're going to consider example number 5 or problem 5. Look at the problem 5. Just go through all those other examples. If you have any issue, just call me attention. If you look at this question, let's start from here for today. So look at this question. Peter sold an article for 6,900 naira and made a profit of 15%. We asked to calculate the percentage profit if you have sold the goods for 6,600. Clear? So for this, now we're going to apply that idea of percentage increment, because look at it, Peter sold an article, this is the cost price, isn't it? And so this is the selling price. So he sold this article 6,900 naira and made a profit of 15%. Now we asked to calculate the percentage profit. What will be the percentage profit if we sold this material 6,600? Okay. So solution, first of all, remember you sold the goods at 15%. I made a profit. Since it's making a profit, it's just like the cost price was increased by what? 15%. So if you increase the cost price, see the cost price as 100%, then it was not increased by what? 15%. That would be what? 100 plus 15. So that will give us 115%. Then now the selling price, I don't want to get in the selling price. Look at the note on what they are saying. And the selling price is simple way of getting the selling price is sorry, let me pick a pen. The selling, let me pick a pen. Okay, that's SP, sorry, XP is when they give you the percentage profit and the cost price. So SP will just be what? The percentage given to you. So SP is equals to CP, or let me just say the percentage increment. So percentage or percentage increment times CP. So the percentage increment. So with their question now, the goods was the guy made a profit of 15%. So that percentage multiply the percentage 15%, 15% profit. That will be 100 plus 15%. Remember, you're like you are increasing. Look at it. You are increasing the cost price by what? 15%. So if you increase the cost price by 15%, it implies that the for you to calculate the selling price is what? That percentage increment times the cost price. Clear? Okay. So that's what you have here. So you can see here. So what's the selling price is equals to what? 115% over 115% of the cost price, and 115% is 115 over 100 times CP. So if we do that out, we are having 6,900 equals to what? 1.15 CP. Remember, CP I made the cost price. So with this, now remember, if you look at the question, it told us it has sold this article. That means the selling price of it is what? You get the point? Good. From here, we can get the what? The cost price, because we know that selling price is the percentage profit times the what? Cost price. So we do that. If we do that, so we'll be having, so the selling price for given was 6,900 equals to what? 1.15 CP. So we saw for CP will be equals to what? 6,000. So now with this, now we can then go ahead to calculate what? We can then, because remember the cost price of that material is always fixed. The only thing you, the seller, does is to do what? Vary the cost price to order you put some certain percentage in order to do what? Make gain or profit, isn't it? Depending the profits, it could be you are increasing by what? Maybe a certain amount to gain or to get the profit. So that means that the cost price is always what? Fixed to you. You get the point? The cost price is always fixed. You that is selling, you're the one that does what? Vary what? Your selling price in order to make profit. So that implies that we know that our percentage profit is what? CP minus what? SP minus CP over 100 times 100. So what is the selling price? The selling price of the house was if you look at the second question, they say we should calculate what the percentage profit if you sold this house for what this. Remember, not this again. If you now sold this house for 6,600, that is selling price, what would be this percentage profit? So you know that percentage profit is selling price minus what CP. So what is the selling price? What is the selling price? 6,600, and what is the cost price? 6,000. So you solve that, the percentage profit is what? 10%. Now, the second question 7. Please, we're about to enter some tricky question now. Now look at this question. A trader buys n oranges at the rate of 5 orange for 9 error. Sorry, there's a problem with the question. 90, not 9 error. So this is 90. Sorry, 90 error. 19 error. Okay. So if 8 of the oranges are bad, we are told that she sells the rest at a rate of 4 oranges for 120 naira and makes a profit of 900. We're asked to find n, which is the number of orange, the total orange she bought. Okay, so if you look at this question, a trader buys n oranges at a rate of 5 oranges for 19 naira. Good. So from there, I'll look at the solution. So we have what? We have here to be 5 oranges cost her 19 naira. That means that 1 orange will cost her what? 18 naira. Clear? That is 90 divided by 5, 18 naira. So the n oranges will cost her what? N times what? 18. Then you have this. So now we are told that 8 of the oranges are bad. If 8 of them are bad, that means the quantity she will sell will be what? N minus 8. So the number of orange she will sell is n minus 8. Now, we are told that that orange that she said, n minus 8 quantity, number of oranges she sells at what? 4 oranges for what? 120. That means she's selling one of them at what? 13 naira. That is 120 divided by 4, which is 30. Then that means we can then calculate the cost, isn't it? The total sales for that n minus 8 oranges. So 8 minus n minus 8 oranges we sell at what? 30, because one of them is cost 30. So n minus 8 oranges will cost 30 times that guy. So which is this? So now with this, now we now know, look up here. Remember, this is the selling price of what? N minus 8 oranges. Why the orange costs our what? The orange costs our 18n. Remember, let me go over it again. Very simple. 5 oranges cost 90. 1 orange will cost her 18 naira. So n number of oranges will cost her 18n. Now we are told that 8 of them are bad, so she threw away 8. So the number of oranges we will now sell will be n minus 8. Now n minus 8, we are told that quantity, the number of oranges, start selling 4 of them for 120. That means that one of those oranges selling it at 30 naira. So our sales for n minus 8 orange will be 30 times this quantity. So with this, now that means that we know the selling price that to be this, and we know the cost price to be 90 or n. So what we're going to do, so remember, profit is for selling price minus cost price. So 30, which is the 30 into n minus 8, which is the selling price, minus the cost price, which is 18 n. And remember, we are told that this thing, she made a profit of what? 900. If you look at it, it made the profit of 900. So 900 should be equals to this guy here. So if you solve for this guy, if everyone solve for this guy, open this bracket, you have this out. If you collect your items, 90 plus 240, that will give us 1,140. 30 minus 18, that is 12n. So solve for n. N is what? 95. So that implies that the total number of orange you bought was 95 oranges. Clear? Good. Then the next question we're going to look at is this guy. It's a bit tricky. Now look at this question. We are told that Lee bought a book for $300 and sold it to Ben at a profit of X Then we are told that Ben then sold the same book to James at a profit of X% too. If James paid this more for the book than what Lee paid, we have to find the value of X. Now we're about to enter. These are the tricky questions now. Okay, so please pay attention. So let's analyze the question first. We are told that Lee bought what? The book for what? 300, isn't it? Good. Then he now sold it to Ben at a profit of 15 of X%. So that means that the percentage profit made for selling the book to Ben will be what? Remember, Lee made a profit of what? X%. So that means that that means Lee sold this book to Ben at what? The profit of what? She made a profit of X% of the cost price. So that implies that we are using that. You can see this about what I have to do. We are using the application of what percentage increase now. So if this book was sold at a profit of X%, that means that the cost price, which is always assumed to be 100, was increased by what? X%. So that means that the total this thing will be what? 100 plus X%. So 100 X% of the cost price is the selling price. Let me go right again. This book cost 300 naira, isn't it? Lee sold it to Ben at a profit of X. That implies that we can say that Ben, the selling price that Ben sold this book, he increased the cost price by what? X%. Increase. That means that if increased by X%, that means we can calculate the selling price from that, because the selling price is the percentage profit increment times the cost price. So since increased by X%, see the cost price as 100, did not increase by X. So that will give us 100 X% of the cost price. So 100 X% of the cost price, the expresses will be this. So that means the cost price is 3X plus 300. Now, this implies that Ben bought this book. Remember, he sold this book to Ben, isn't it? So that means Ben bought it at what? I did the cost. This work it cost Ben 3X plus 300. Clear? This is what it costs Ben. Okay. Then we are down to that Ben sold this book to James at X% profit. If Ben sold this book to James at X% profit, what is Ben's selling price? So he sold this book at what? X. I mean, remember this is his cost price is 300, 3X plus what? 300. Then he now increase it to make a profit. He made a profit of what? He top it up by what? Increase by what? X%. So if he does that, that means that the selling price should be the percentage increment times the cost price. So the percentage increment will be 100 plus X, that will give us 100 plus X% of the what? Cost price. This is the cost price. So that will be this. So if you solve this out, remember this, if you multiply this, remember everything is about 1. So you have 100 times 100, multiply this out, you'll be having this up here. Now, the next thing, that means James paid what? This is the cost. Cost Ben and James this amount. Here's the point. Then if we are told that Ben paid this more for the book than what Lee. Now, remember Lee bought that book at 300. So Ben pay more. Ben pays this more. So this more plus this value more plus what Lee bought the book, which is 300. Now what that statement means. So if we do that, if we simplify this guy out, we'll be having 3x plus 600 plus 3000, multiply everything by 100 to remove the denominator here. So we'll be having that to be this. So we do that out, we'll be having this value here. So the next thing, just to collect items. If we collect items, if this guy come over here, what that means is if you collect items, this guy come over here, Remember, this is positive, so if you cross over here, there will be negative, so this will cancel out. Then also this guy, come over here, this also cancel out. So you'll be left with 3x equals to 75. So the next thing is just to solve for what? X. So if you solve for x, that means our x squared should be equals to what? 75 over 3, and that is what? 25. That means that x is equals to square root of 25, which is equals to what? 5. So x is equals to what? 5. So if x is equals to 5, with this now we can go ahead. Once we know that, then it's work done. So if you look at the question was what? We have to find x. So x is what? 5. So x is equals to what? 5. Clear? Good. So this we're going to stop for today. Have a great day. If you have any question, just go through other example. If you have any question, just feel free to chat me up. Thank you. Bye for now.